What is up, YouTube? That's here, bringing you guys an extra special video. This is a little bit of an announcement video. Now, for those of you guys that don't know, I recently quit my job. I used to work at Starbucks, and I recently quit my job and decided to go full-time, full-on, give it everything in the fiber of my being, going into streaming, YouTube, and Patreon. Like, I'm gonna see if I can actually make it doing all three of those platforms, and in doing so, we're gonna be making a brand new stream schedule starting in a couple weeks. So right now, the stream schedule, I'm sure most of you guys know, is pretty wonky. Like, we try and stream in around like 10 a.m. PST in like the mornings, like weekday mornings, and we try, and sometimes it doesn't work, sometimes there's a night stream, and we just get a lot of people that are very confused about when I go live on stream. They want to see me play Let's Go, they want to see me do a bunch of other stuff, and it's very confusing for a lot of people. So starting roughly around January 1st, we're going to be making a brand new stream schedule, because that's when my 2 weeks expires at Starbucks. I can go full in, and we're going to be making a brand new stream schedule where I stream Pokemon in the mornings. Obviously, guys, I just want to say, get this out of there, Pokemon's not going anywhere. We're going to be doing daily Pokemon streams, probably 5 or 6 or 7 days a week in the mornings. We're doing Let's Go, we might still do some VGC content, maybe start some, Moon series content and stuff like that, but we're going to be doing Pokemon in the mornings. That's the bread and butter of the channel. That's not going anywhere. What this whole poll, what this video is for a second stream in the night that we're going to be streaming other games. You may be thinking, like, that's why you want to play other games? I only want to watch Pokemon. That's the only thing you're good at. I know it's the only thing I'm good at, and that's the only thing that I know you guys want to watch. I totally get that, but if there might be a chance that you might want to see like one of these games. So hopefully you guys can take a look at this list, and please vote for any of these games that you might even minusculely want to see me play on stream. Because if I were to play Pokemon every single day, and only Pokemon, and only edit Pokemon videos, and only do Pokemon things, through like the Discord, through answering the comments, if I were just 100% do only Pokemon, I would burn out, and like the channel would fail, and I would fail, and I wouldn't live anymore, and I would be very sad. It's not that I do not like Pokemon, it's just that, everyone needs a little bit of a break, everyone needs a palate cleanser. So what we're going to be doing is I've compiled like a list of games that just I've built up over the past couple years that I haven't really played. A couple of these I've played just like a little bit, but I'd love to play these games, and I'd love it if you guys wanted to see me play it. So again, there's going to be a link to the straw poll in the video description. Please check it out and vote for any of these things that apply, because I really want to step out and play other games. It's not like I said, I'm going to say it again, I'm not abandoning Pokemon, I'm not becoming a variety streamer, but, this is a chance for me to experiment with other forms of content. Maybe we'll find something really fun. We'll upload some highlights here. I'm also in the process of making a few other YouTube channels over the course of the year. I want to make a channel more dedicated towards, like, video analysis and review, like breaking down games and talking about what's good and bad about them. To do that, I have to play a lot of games, so this is like another step towards that. So again, please, we're going to run on each of these games, and if there's any that you like, please vote for them. If there's any that aren't on the list that you would like to see me play, click that other and leave a YouTube comment, because I totally don't mind buying more games. And believe it or not, I might have some of these games just like downloaded on my Switch or PS4. So we're gonna start things off. I pretty much mostly want to play on Switch and PS4. But I can play stuff on, like, the computer. I can play League of Legends, I can play Hearthstone, I can play Overwatch, I can play stuff like that. But we're mostly sticking to PS4, but we're not opposed to doing those things either. But we got Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. I love Breath of the Wild. I didn't really get to play it all that much, but I really think that'd be a really cool game to play on stream. Everyone loves Breath of the Wild, and it's a great game. Just sit back and relax. Like, the literal definition of palate cleanser is Breath of the Wild, in my opinion. So, Xenoblade Chronicles 2 is another RPG that's on the Switch. I've wanted to play Xenoblade Chronicles 2 for a really long time. I bought it when it came out, and I haven't really played it, but I know it has, like, a great soundtrack, and I know that it's a great game, that there is a pretty big stream community for it, too. So, I'd love to play that, and I think it'd be a really... Both of those games, Breath of the Wild and Xenoblade Chronicles 2, are great for, like, stepping away, because the problem with Pokemon isn't actually that, like, I'm just doing Pokemon and it's so monotonous and it's so, like, the same thing over and over again. It's that it's incredibly competitive. I can only do my form of Pokemon content, like teaching you guys battle stuff, by battling somebody else, and doing that every single day is incredibly hard to win all the time, every single day, and do something new and experiment in new ways, and it takes a toll on like me, the streamer. You may not think that it does, but it really does. So going with the exact opposite of that, we're going to something incredibly competitive, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. I've been making a bunch of ideas for how I want to work Super Smash Bros. Ultimate into this channel. One idea that I have is hosting viewer lobbies, and I don't even know if I would really play in them, because again, like, I need something to wean me off of that competitive nature. And what I might do is, I might host a competitive, like a viewer lobby, everyone can join, and I will just cast your games and upload those to YouTube. So it's a great way for you guys that want to, like, be on the YouTube channel to show off your skills and maybe get on the channel. So Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, definitely an option, but, you know, I'm pretty sure everyone's going to pick Ultimate, just because it's a new hotness. After that, Persona 5, I'm a really big Persona fan. I played all the other ones, but actually I haven't played Persona 5 yet. It's really weird. Like, I'm a really big Persona 3 and Persona 4 fan. I just haven't played Persona 5. I haven't found the time. I've been way too busy, and I know that I can sink a ton of hours into Persona 5, and I would have a blast. And also, the new Persona 5 protag is coming to Smash, so, like, that totally works. After that, we have Octopath Traveler, one of the new JRPGs on the Switch. You can see I have like a lot of like RPGs on my list because I really like old school RPGs. I feel that that's the type of content I like. I'm not the type of guy that wants to run and gun and hack and slash and do a bunch of stuff. I'm totally more so the guy that wants to like methodically like think out like the turns and go at like my own pace. Like, I love like Final Fantasy games and stuff like that. But Octopath Traveler definitely fits that little niche there. The World Ends With You Final Remix. I also have The World Ends With You on the DS, so like I could do it on the capture card. World Ends With You, great game. I really haven't got a chance to play the new Switch one because, you know, it came out, I went to TwitchCon, came back, and Let's Go came out, and it just took off from there. And after that, we got The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt, and also these games are not in order. These are just like I listed them. Like, I took 2 pictures of like my stack of games, and I was like, I'm just gonna write these down. So these aren't like a list or anything, but Witcher 3 Wild Hunt, really good game. A lot of people like Witcher 3. Most people think this is one of like the best RPGs ever made. I have it on PS4. I'd love to give it a shot. Monster Hunter World, we've actually streamed a lot of Monster Hunter World. I don't think I've ever made any videos on the YouTube channel about it, but yeah, Monster Hunter World is a really good game. It's surprisingly, it's not even a year old yet, and it feels so much older, but it's a really fun game. I have a lot of friends that play, and there's a great stream community for that game, so maybe we could play some Monster Hunter World. That's definitely an option. Shining Resonance Refrain, a lot of you guys probably don't even know what that is. It is a JRPG, you guys can look it up, and I was at a Black Friday sale, and I was like, man, I kind of want to play this because I know I would like the mechanics of the game, but I'm not going to pay more than $20 for it. And it's one of those games on the Switches, it's like, it's a full price game. It was on sale for 20 bucks for like the Director's Version Edition on Black Friday, and so I was like, I'll buy that. I said I would pay 20 bucks for it, so I bought it. So yeah, Shining Resonance Refrain, maybe some of you guys like that. I'd love to play that game on stream because I really think I would like it. Let's scroll down a little bit more. Just give me one sec. Oh yeah, you guys can even see like, oops, there we go. So yeah, Shining Resonance Refrain, there we go. You guys can probably see the little Streamlabs thing in the corner right now. Alright, there we go. So we're up here. We are up to Skyrim, obviously. Skyrim, one of the golden oldies, right? One of the golden oldies. But believe it or not, I've never actually played Skyrim. I own Skyrim on both platforms, PS4 and Switch. But I've never really played it, but I watch a lot of like Skyrim analysis, documentary, hidden Easter egg war stuff. So I know I would have a blast with Skyrim. And I'd really like to play Skyrim because I think that's a great way to, like, again, palate cleanse, like, completely just separate me from everything, have a good time. Hopefully you guys can have a good time watching that stuff, but I'd love to play some Skyrim. After that, we got Fallout 4, very similar to Skyrim. You know, a lot of people might say, like, Fallout 76, something like that. I don't have that game. I wouldn't really be opposed to buying it, but I have Fallout 4, so maybe Fallout 4 is an option. And after that, we're going to start getting into, like, I think, like, the Tier 2 games. I know I personally like to play a lot of fighting games, so we'll start mixing those in here. We got Pokken Tournament DX, and there has been a ton of Pokken Tournament DX content on this channel. Back in the day, the original Pokken on the Wii U, sorry, I played that a ton. I went to EVO, I've really put a lot of time into Pokken. It's probably the fighting game I'm the best at, and it's Pokemon related, so maybe you guys like Pokken. I would have no problem showing you guys Pokken, because I love that game. Splatoon 2, one of those little shooters on the Switch. I love Splatoon 2. I have a lot of friends that play as well, so I can fill up lobbies, and I'm also not opposed to doing, like, viewer lobbies for Splatoon 2, so, like, if you guys have Splatoon, you guys play Splatoon, you want to play, you know, feel free to, you know, play some Splatoon with me. I'd really have a good time. Shadow of the Colossus, another RPG-ish game on the PS4. I have like the HD version edition of it, so it looks really nice. It's very similar to Breath of the Wild. Like, you're gonna conquer like bosses and stuff like that, and I really know it has like a really good music track and just like open sandbox type thing. Really cool game, and I like to play it. Metal Gear Solid 5: The Phantom Pain. I got this game on sale. It was like $8, and I was like, I like Metal Gear Solid. The only, actually, believe it or not, one of the 2 games, you may be thinking to yourself, that's a, like, what do you watch on Twitch? What do you watch on YouTube? The only 2 channels I actually watch, I watch a Hearthstone streamer called Kriparian. I don't know if you know who Kriparian is. And I watch a Metal Gear Solid channel that just does, like, speedruns of old Metal Gear Solid games. So, the only 2 games I really like are, like, Metal Gear games are, like, one of them. So, I might not be opposed to doing some Metal Gear Solid 5 if some of you guys want to see that as well. Final Fantasy 15, another game that I got on sale. You know, it's the newest game in the Final Fantasy series. I like Final Fantasy games. You know, maybe some of you guys like it, maybe some of you guys don't. I wouldn't be opposed to playing it. Devil May Cry HD Collection. This is Devil May Cry 1, 2, and 3, the HD versions. And Devil May Cry is one of those series that, you know, I said I like RPGs, but Devil May Cry is like a hack and slash game that I really do like. I don't know how I feel about Devil May Cry 5 yet. And I didn't like 4, but I really like the old games, and I think that'd be like a good stream to do like 1 or 2 nights a week, just like bust out Devil May Cry 1 over the course of like 1 or 2 nights, just beat that game pretty easily. Maybe not easily, but like I've done it a couple times already, so like I know how to beat Devil May Cry, and there's always some funny shenanigans that happen, like, you know, like deaths and stuff like that, or accidentally get messed up, so great chances to use like emotes and stuff like that, I'm sure. But after that we got Life is Strange. I picked that game up, another game I got on sale. I have a lot of these games. I know, like, I have these games and I haven't really played them, but I buy them if they're on sale. Like, I'll check like game sales, I'll go to like GameStop, and if there's a game that's like 60, 70, 80% off, I'll buy it, because like it might be something I want to play in the future. So like Life is Strange, I got like the full, this is like Life is Strange Before the Storm and Life is Strange. I got both of them, like the bundle of both of them for like $5. So it's like, I know that game, I know like a lot of streamers play that game too, and it's like made by Square Enix. It's a little bit different, but it's one of those, it's more, not really like a point and click game, but more like a walking simulator with puzzles. And believe it or not, I actually play like a lot of walking simulators. Those are probably the only games that I actually play other than Pokemon. I play a lot of those, but I don't stream those because I know a lot of people don't like them. Games like Firewatch, games like Dear Esther, games like The Unfinished Swan, those are the type of games that I like to play, but I know that those aren't necessarily games that people like to watch. So that's why those games aren't on this list. So maybe you guys like Life is Strange, maybe not. Rime is another game on the list that's kind of like, it's kind of like Breath of the Wild. It's like an open adventure game, but I don't really think that it's for everybody. So that's why I put it kind of low on the list. And again, like, these aren't really in order, but like these are just the order of I thought of them. You know, so like Rime, if you guys want to see Rime, I'm down to play it, but I'm not expecting Rime to do that hot. So after that, we got Dragon Ball FighterZ. Now we're getting into the fighting game section here, and I try to put most of the fighting games together just because, you know, I'm trying to do less competitive things, but I know that people do like watching fighting games, and fighting games are what I'm actually good at. So Dragon Ball FighterZ, I have it on both platforms. I love Dragon Ball FighterZ. I love Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball is like one of the, probably my favorite anime, and oh my gosh, I love Dragon Ball FighterZ. I actually uploaded a good amount of content of Dragon Ball FighterZ to my other channel, and I play it at like Wednesday night fights every once in a while. Great game, super solid, one of my favorite fighting games right now. After that, we got my actual favorite fighting game right now, BlazBlue Cross Tag Battle. I really like this. I use the Ruby characters, and again, with all these fighting games, I have no problem doing like viewer lobbies, viewer games, all that good stuff. Like, I love these games and would like love to play them with everyone else. So hopefully you guys like some of this stuff, but you know, I know they're not for everyone. After that, we have Dissidia Final Fantasy. I'm actually the official Dissidia caster for Wednesday night fights in Oakland, and we might actually be getting some of those VODs onto this channel. Like, I go in there into the actual like studio and cast like the grand finals of our tournaments and stuff like that. And I'd love to be able to share that with you guys, because Dissidia is a thing I'm really passionate about. And hopefully you guys might want to see some of that content in the future. Other than that, we got Street Fighter V, obviously Street Fighter, the standard fighting game. We have Blade Strangers, which is a game that came out on the Switch. I guess it also came out on the PS4 and stuff like that too, but it's a really unique fighting game. And I personally liked it a lot. It's just that, like, there's no one to really play against. So if you guys want to see Blade Strangers, I'm so down. But, like, let it be known that a lot of people probably don't like it. Also, while we're here, we go back up to BlazBlue. I actually hold the second place world record. I actually did a little bit of speedrunning, but I mostly speedrun like fighting game stuff like that. The way you speedrun fighting games is you try to get the fastest like arcade time. You know, when they make you beat like the 10 enemies in a row and you have to do that as like fast as possible. I hold the second place world record in BlazBlue Cross Tag Battle. You know, just saying, second place world record holder right here. And I actually have tried doing Blade Strangers speedrunning, stuff like that too. So I have no problem, all these games, trying to speedrun them as well. I love speedrunning. I just need more experience. But we're moving on. We have ARMS. ARMS, one of the really old school fighting games on the Switch at this point. I really did like ARMS. And I would love to play that game again. I really wish it didn't get shafted as hard as it did. But I don't know if that many people want to see it. But I love the soundtrack, it's so good. Soul Calibur 6 new fighting game came out. I have on the PS4. 2B just got released, I think, one of the new DLC fighters, which is one of the reasons why I bought the game. I know I really like Soul Calibur, it's a lot of fun to play. And compared to all these other ones, you know, a lot of people like playing fighting games, but then they lose and they get salty. Like, Soul Calibur is one of those fighting games where I lose, and I'm like, that's cool, let's play again. Like, I really like Soul Calibur. I really feel that for some reason I don't get salty playing it, just because I think I feel really good with the mechanics of it. So, who knows, Soul Calibur 6. I'd like to play that if you guys want to see that. Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. I got this game on the Switch when it came out, like kind of near the release of the Switch game, when the Switch came out. And this is the worst game I've ever played, but it's a Switch game that I still have. And if you guys want to see me play the game, it'd be like a joke stream. It'd be like a, I hate this, and I'd be so frustrated by it. But if you guys want to see it, it's definitely on the list. And last but not least, I do play a decent amount of like indie games. I play, you know, like random, like I'm always like looking on the eShop and the PlayStation Store for games that are like $1 or $2 that I can beat in like 2 or 3 hours. That, you know, I might be interested in, that have like really unique mechanics. You know, I've streamed a game called No Thing before. I like a game called Robonauts, like random just like games that are like the cheap games, and I do not mind playing those, busting those out in like one stream session. And that's like such a great palate cleanser because you can get the full experience of the game and just be done with it, and it'd be pretty cool, I think, to do something with indie games. And last but not least, we have others. So if there's any game possible that I did not list, please leave a comment below and say like what platform you want me to see it on, you know, why you think I should play it. It's like, you know, I really think you should play Overwatch. I play every night and I'm always looking for more people to play with, you know, like that's a good example. Like I can play pretty much everything, and I do not mind like buying Steam games. I don't mind buying the games. Like, this isn't really about money. This is more about, like, I need something to help me avoid getting burnt out, because, again, I want to make this my full-time career, and I need to play it for the long run, not just go all in on Pokemon and just hope that it works. So, guys, I just want to say, you know, again, you can vote for as many of these things as you want. You can literally blanket vote for all of them, and that's cool. If you want to, if you want to see me play every single game, that's totally fine. But please at least look this over, because I don't like making videos like this that often, because I really want to give you guys only like the content that I feel you deserve. But because you guys are my community, and because you guys do like to see me do other things and do like to help me out when you can, I feel that you guys are the best people to ask for this. So guys, just want to say thank you one more time. Thank you so much for sticking by me as much as you have so far. And please vote on this poll, and I will see you guys next time. Peace out.